said some pretty horrific things about Muslims and the Palestinian people.
Anybody who has expressed sorrow for Charlie Kirk's death, but hasn't expressed sorrow for the many people who have been victims of Charlie Kirk's kind of policies. For example, the 80,000 people who've been killed in Gaza because of a genocide that Charlie Kirk supported, the people who die from gun deaths, 30,000 people who die from gun deaths every year in America. And Charlie Kirk is somebody who once said that those deaths are a worthy sacrifice in the name of the Second Amendment. If you have not wept for those people, weeping for Charlie Kirk means that you value the perpetrator's life over the victim's life.
But you should never, ever celebrate the death or the assassination just because of their voice. I mean, what happens to the First Amendment?
So it's funny that you should draw the line. It's wrong to celebrate somebody's death. Have you seen the video of Charlie Kirk saying how, I used to joke about how people in Palestine would throw gay people off of buildings, but they haven't got any high buildings anymore, stupid Muslims. That's something he did. Literally celebrating the deaths of people in Gaza, making fun of them, in fact. Now, it's funny that you draw the line of you can't celebrate, but he was happy to celebrate the deaths of innocent people, 80,000 innocent people. And the thing is, for me personally, I take the position of I'm indifferent. I don't care that he died. However, that is a privilege. Because me personally, I'm okay. I've got my job. Like, I'm not in poverty. I'm not being shot at by police that were fueled by the racism that Charlie Kirk purported. I'm not somebody in Gaza who fears the bombs that were paid for by a regime that Charlie Kirk supported. So I have the privilege of not feeling the need to celebrate that death. However, if I was celebrating the death of somebody who supported policies that endanger your life, feels like a pretty human reaction. Have you heard the phrase, a person is not who they were in the last conversation they had with you, they're who they've been throughout their entire relationship? There's nothing substantially that's changed in the last couple of months that would make you suddenly realize that indiscriminately bombing the homes of 2 million people suddenly is a bad thing. The only thing that could possibly have changed is the political situation, because he watched 80,000 people get murdered. He was totally okay with that.
That's not true. When you start receiving proper information and you're not being led by propaganda, you receive
allow me to finish.
Information.
I'll let you speak for a very long time. Very long time.
It's not about politics, it's about people.
Israel's been saying the same things it's been saying since the start about how everybody in Gaza is responsible. That's from President Herzog, that they're human animals, that it's civilians that are tied to the actions of Hamas as well. This has been genocidal from day one. Most people knew that. That's why most people in the UK fundamentally oppose what Israel is doing, has been calling for a ceasefire for almost 2 years now. But the fact is, that is the position that Charlie Kirk took. He tweeted about how say no to Gazan refugees. He showed zero compassion for the people whose murder he supported. Now, to suggest that he is a good person and that we should pretend that just because he's died or because he changed his mind in the final few months of his life, suddenly we should look at him differently, no.